Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Happy Cocktail Friday. We made it. It's here. It's the weekend. Just got to get through that one more day of work. And then it's time for some ice cold adult beverages. How does that sound? Sounds yummy to me. Yum. It is Friday, July 12th, 2019. 6 more days until the Lion King. Cannot wait. So super excited. We had some hell of a storms over the overnight last night. Apparently, there was some flash flooding that was so bad, the bridge to LBI was closed at one point because the flooding was so bad. Joe and I didn't hear a thing. We went to bed at 8 o'clock. We were exhausted. We are so old. We act like 75, 80-year-old people and go to bed at 8 o'clock. We're okay with that. So since I did go to bed so early, I got up so super early when Joe's alarm went off. I woke up. I had been awake right before that, too. I'm not sure how long because I didn't look at the clock. And I think I fell back to sleep, but I woke up right before Joe's alarm went off. And I guess Tucker saw me rustling around, and she came over and gave me a little kiss. So I gave her a little pat on the head. I went back to sleep, and the next thing I know, that Joe's alarm was going off, and I felt like I was ready to get up. So got up 3:25 this morning. Looking forward to a nap already. Yes. So yeah, big storms. In addition to the major storm that we had on Saturday, a lot of rain here in the area. So it's been causing some flooding issues. I think everything is receded at this point. I think we're supposed to be dry through the weekend, which is good. It's always nice when the weekends are nice and dry. And the humidity is finally going to go down. I walked out my back door yesterday to go for a bike ride. And, it really makes a difference whether you're walking into the sun or into a shaded area. As I was walking in and out of the porch all morning long, it felt humid, but not like, horrific. But the sun comes up at the back of my house. So as I got dressed and ready and was out the door to go for a bike ride, the heat and humidity just smacked me in the face. I was almost going to call the whole thing off. I mean, like, oh my God, this is brutal. I can barely breathe out here. But I went. I got a good 13 miles in. I also went to the gym. Let's see. Is this going to work? Let me see. I went to the gym. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, enough of that. So thank you to Janet, who did call me out and ask me if I made it to the gym. Not only did I make it to the gym, but I pushed myself harder than I thought that I could go, which was probably not the greatest idea since I, had taken a couple of weeks off, and I probably shouldn't have been trying to best myself at this point. But, I've just got my usual soreness today, so it's not a big deal. I don't think I overdid it by any means. But, not only did I finally get it in, but I did more than I thought that I could, which just made me doubly happy that I made it. So, and now I don't ever have to go to the gym again. So there you go. I'm kidding, of course. I'm going to go to the gym again. I was going to go today, but I think, I'm already talking myself out of it. I think I am going to wait until Monday because I have some work to do tomorrow, and it would be leg day, and I don't want to be limping around. So come Monday, I promise you I will be at the gym doing legs, doing my lower body. Apparently there was a big Twitter outage yesterday. I don't know a lot of people that are on Twitter. Now, I'm on Twitter. I don't really follow Twitter. I post my podcast to Twitter every day. Nobody pays attention to it. I never get any notifications that anybody's listening to it through there. But I figure it can't hurt, right? I'm also on YouTube, which nobody ever listens to or watches either. Again, that will change someday. I'm going to keep posting it there, and someday it will pay off. So, we did have an issue with Facebook. I believe it was last weekend when nobody's pictures were showing up. And it is funny how when social media kind of goes down, it's like jarring to you. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't upload my picture. Nobody can see my picture. This is horrible. What are we going to do? Because, if it's not on Facebook, then it's not happening. Right? Yeah, unfortunately. So Twitter was out for a little bit yesterday, only about an hour. Now, Facebook had their issue for quite a few hours over the weekend, where we didn't see pictures for, quite some time, maybe half the day. It was a while. So Twitter's back up and running. Facebook back up and running. Instagram back up and running. Everything is good. So that is some good news. A little more about my conference that I'm going to in November, the Rachel Hollis Business Coaching Conference for small business owners. Very excited about that. I actually got a flight yesterday because somebody had posted on the attendees page that they got really cheap seats from Detroit to Charleston, which is where it's taking place. And I had planned to drive down, which was probably going to be about a 13, 14-hour drive. I usually don't mind driving, and I don't typically like to fly. It's, it's a combination of things, but mostly it's just the getting there, getting through security, waiting around, that type of thing. Both of my flights are early, so it probably shouldn't be too bad. In fact, my flight home is going to be at 5:30 in the morning, so you can't get much earlier than that. But when I had first found the fare, it was for round trip, nonstop, Philly to Charleston. Some reason Atlantic City doesn't fly into Charleston. I'm not sure why. I would think that they would, but they don't, because that is the nearest airport to me. So I'm going to go through Philly, $135. Now, it was even cheaper the day before, because the day I looked it up, it was $120. I was like, oh. So I said to my husband, I said, it's going to be cheaper for me to fly than it is for me to drive down and back. So I wanted to wait one more day because I just wanted to confirm my reservation at the hotel, make sure that there was no problems there. And I wanted to make sure that I could get to the airport at 5:30 in the morning. Well, I guess at 4 in the morning because the flight leaves at 5:30. So they have apparently a 24-hour shuttle at this hotel that I'm staying at, and it's right next to the airport. It's a 6-minute drive. So everything's taken care of. So I go back online to book my flight. Went up $15 overnight. What do you know about that? It's only $15. Not a big deal. I booked it because I thought, if it's going up, it's probably going to keep going up. I think $135 for a flight round trip is amazing. So everything's coming together for this conference. I'm super excited. Not until November. It'll be here before I know it, I'm sure. And by then, I'm going to be so famous and everybody's going to know the Hopefulist name, I won't even need to go, right? No, I'll still go. So, yeah, that's pretty exciting news. Even though I hate to fly, I'm a little bit of a nervous flyer. But, as long as I have a window seat, I'm okay. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to have a window seat because this is an airline that assigns the seats for you. So I guess I can pick my seat for an extra charge. I don't typically do that. The last time I flew, my flight home, I had to sit in between two guys that I didn't know. It was fine. Not a big deal. The flight is 2 hours, so I think I can handle it. So anyway, moving right along, I found this article somebody posted on Facebook yesterday. I thought it was pretty appropriate for what we've been talking about all week, which is fitness and health. And there was a study that was just recently done. Well, it came out in April. Exercise makes you happier than money, according to Yale and Oxford research. Pretty interesting stuff. Participants were asked to answer the following question. How many times have you felt mentally unwell in the past 30 days, for example, due to stress, depression, or emotional problems. They were also asked about their income and physical activity levels. Anything from mowing the lawn to taking care of the kids, doing housework to weightlifting, cycling, and running. Now, they found that those who exercised regularly tended to feel bad for 35 days a year. Non-active participants felt bad for 18 more days on average. Researchers found that physically active people feel just as good as those who don't do sports, who earn about $25,000 more a year. So essentially what they're saying is you'd have to make a lot more money to get the same happiness boosting effect that sports and or exercise can. So that's some pretty interesting news. This is what I was talking about before with finding things that you like to do. You don't have to just go and run every day or hit the treadmill at the gym or do the stair climber. Find something that you like to do. I'm going to talk a little bit about this in my blog post today. I just started playing pickleball. Haven't played in a couple weeks, actually. I'm kind of missing pickleball. Play tennis, play golf. Golf's not super strenuous, but you're still walking around. You're still getting some movement in. That's some good stuff. So exercise, people, even if it's just something little. Walk a nice little walk at the end of the day. Take the dog out with you. Go for a little bike ride. Do whatever you can. Get moving. Get it in. Get in the activity. So I am going to go on to my topic of the day. I wanted to do something fun for a Cocktail Friday. I wanted to talk about songs that either have the word summer in it or talk about summer. Now, I came up with two that I think most people are not going to associate with summer, but do discuss summer. One is by my favorite band of all time, Journey. The song Stone in Love. And he says in it, those summer nights are calling. Yeah, they are. And another song that reminds me of summer or talks about summer that you wouldn't expect. Scenes from an Italian Restaurant by this newcomer, Billy Joel. The line I'm referring to is, cold beers, hot nights, my sweet romantic teenage nights. Hot nights. It's got to be summertime, right? That is one of my favorite parts of the song. It's like broken up into like three little parts. That is my favorite part when he's talking about his, teenage years. We have a lot of comments about what summer songs you like. Jim says, summertime and the living is easy. He says he's going to keep it short this time. Jim, don't keep it short. We like when you go on. We love when you go on and on and on. Maureen says, Girls in Their Summer Clothes by Bruce. Okay, if we're going to bring up Bruce, we have to bring up Jersey Girl, right? Talking about being down the shore. What's more summer than a Jersey girl? That's me. I am a transplant Jersey girl. Originally a PA girl, but now full-fledged Jersey girl. Veronica says summer breeze. Jody says sunny afternoon by the Kinks, This Summer by Maroon 5, and Summer Rain by Johnny Rivers. Okay, I asked for one song, Jody. Follow directions. Patty says hot summer in the city. Kathy says the long hot summer. Nancy, Under the Boardwalk. Rose says Beat This Summer by Brad Paisley. Of course. Brad Paisley, of course. We know a Rose, big country fan. Linda says Summer in the City. Bob says Cruel Summer. Oh, Bob, you got to come up with a better song than Cruel Summer. Charlene says Summer of 69. Sheila says Boys of Summer. That's always a favorite. Wilbur says Summer Breeze. Marcy says See You in September by The Happenings. Lori says Summer Lovin'. This one is the one I always pops into my head immediately when I think of summer songs. Melissa says Summertime by Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy Jeff. Kim says Boys of Summer. Dennis says any song by the Beach Boys. Lorraine says Summer Nights. Sue, All Summer Long. Dawn says Night Moves. Michelle says In the Summertime. John says Summer Winds. Summer Winds. And Lisa says Summer Breeze. Makes me feel fine. Yeah, getting us in the mood for a nice cocktail Friday in summer. Going to be a nice sunny day once the clouds clear out. And it's going to be a fantastic weekend. A little hot, not as humid. That